Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. So I think this one's going to be kind of a short one, and here's why. I've already shoveled a couple of times, and as you can clearly see, it looks like I haven't done nothing. And yeah, so I'll admit it, I was wrong. As much as it pains me to say this, the forecasters were actually right. So what are we messing with today? I'll show you. What we have here is our dash cluster. You know, I just keep pulling more and more things out of the car because, I don't know, I'm procrastinating on the fuel system. That's why. I'm going to show you guys how to pull this apart and, you know, what to look for, that kind of stuff. And, you know, when you put it together, it'll look basically like brand new. Got some other goodies on here. This is our secret weapon right here. Remember this from previous videos? I'll show you why it works so good. But let's start tearing into this thing and let's rock and roll and see where it goes. Okay. So yeah, what we'll do first is we'll take the lens off of here, which if I had my cheaters on, I believe is 7/30 seconds. You can also use your little torque spit guy, but you know, and some of the stuff is kind of cracked and broken. I mean, dude, it's 40 something years. Okay, it's not 40 years old, but it's getting older. Honestly, you should probably use, you know, they got the screwdriver handle bits. Those seem to work really good. Maybe an extension or 3. This way it's a little easier for you to take the stuff off. And you know, this gets pretty brittle. You want to avoid using power tools in this. Hell, even the ratchet, when you're snugging all this down, that's why I said use, when we put it back together, we'll definitely use the screwdriver handle. So we'll pull these guys out of here. If I remember right, they're all the same size. Okay. And yes, this is a regular standard V8 Speedo. In '89, they started putting the 140s in there. Okay, we got our we got this one off. So as you can see, you know, it's broken, but overall, this is all still in really, really good shape. So we're gonna set that off to the side to where it doesn't get broken. As you can see here, that stuff looks pretty dang clean. Probably from the last time we did it when, oh, I don't know how many years ago that was. But the cool thing about that is when you take a bunch of these screws out, all that comes with it, okay? So this will let us take the trim ring off and expose all the goodies that we have in here, okay? So take the wire ribbon out and we can pop this off. So we can also get that cleaned up. We'll just put that off to the side. The centerpiece too. This is just kind of a cover. So we'll just grab that with 2 hands. It's right around this peg. Okay. With that, ooh, okay. So it's not so bad. We got this going over there. We could probably repaint that if we want. All right. All the gauges and that fun stuff there. Here's another thing. Don't take your needles off. All right. Leave the needles on. Because you start taking needles off and things get all screwy and all kind of wonky. Okay. Now if I'm actually smart, or am I, how dumb am I here? It's been a while. I can't remember if this is all bolted or if that's for the steppers for the gauges. But I mean, honestly, you don't really need to take this stuff apart unless you absolutely want to. You know, another good thing to check is flip it over on your backside and you can check your ribbon connection that goes along all your gauges on here. What you're basically looking for is what we call in the industry shit stains, where all this is basically the traces are melted, black, burnt. You'll see, you know, like I said, shit stains. They look all black as hell, and they're all burnt up. Well, it was cool. I don't remember if it was myself or somebody else, but they actually took the liberty of putting in LEDs in here. So I don't know if any of you that have done the LED upgrade. LEDs are like a diode, only goes one way. So when you put it all back together and it doesn't work, that's why. So, I mean, overall, there's a couple terminals on here that are a little worn, but they're still making good contact. This little guy here is okay. We'll just clean that up a little bit. Everything else back here looks pretty decent. I'm just kind of seeing if I remember how this stuff comes apart without breaking it. Oh, because yeah, it's been quite some time since I have done anything when it comes to taking apart a Fox body dash. Well, we know everything works, so I'm gonna pull these. Oh, look at that. They got, so that's interesting. Phillips head here, Torx here, Torx here, Torx here, Torx here. And overall, I mean, that looks pretty clean. You know what I mean? Looks good. No problems. No issues. All the gauges did work. So, you know, our temp gauges work. The battery terminal worked. Obviously, our tach worked. Our speedo worked, shockingly enough. So, 140. The oil pressure worked. Our fuel gauge worked. What was neat about our fuel gauge is, and I don't know if somebody else tried correcting this too, but usually when it got to a half tank, that's when it would start. That was always the low spot. And then it would just be like riding the E. So half tank, you know, when it said half tank on the gauge, you're like, all right, we're gonna get to the low spot here. So well, let's kind of move in here and see if we can get some nice dusting, and grab your nice little duster brush that's got the very fine bristles. Just kind of give it a good once over cleaning. As you can see, it's got all the Ford stuff on there, because Ford. All right. So, pretty happy with that. I gotta stop whacking my head on the light up here. I'm probably not gonna need it, but you know, if we do need light up there, then we got a little light up there. All right. My curiosity has gotten the better of me, and I'm gonna do this even though I probably should not. And, oh, this is probably a dumb idea. Oh, that's not doing stuff. This could just be making my life a lot more miserable than it needs to be. Okay. Well, at least it's on that side. Sir, it's been quite the time since I have taken apart a Fox body dash. It's been a long time since I've done a lot of Fox body stuff. Alright, make sure you put the stuff where you know where it's going to be. Now see, these lean over the center pieces in here, so these would actually come out first. So, is that broken? Please tell me that's not broken. Do I have to remove something from the back side of this one? Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, it's got a stepper on there. Oh, look at that. I'm able to get that with my fingers. Guess I got strong hands today, huh? That's good. Got the little stepper motor for the, it could be something else. Alright, let's just put that there. I hope I didn't ruin my other gauge by disconnecting the screws. No, that goes... does the other one have the same thing too? I don't know. want to break all this, so let's just put these back. Just in case. Because it should all come out together as one. If it doesn't, then we know we messed up or did something that we should not have done. A lot of times these need a little effort. I remember the GM ones, man, everything was just kind of, you know, there were pegs that would go into the terminal contacts and you would just pick them. Ooh. Okay. That one gripping? Oh, okay. Cool. Alright. Let's see if she wants to play nice or if I'm going to... Ah! Oh, I'm gonna break everything and it's gonna be not good. That's okay, you can watch me. Ah! I shouldn't have even used the rags. Okay, you can just watch me struggle here. So, that's there. Okay, we got this whole thing going on here. Ah! Okay. Maybe I should have just... You know, sometimes you should just leave well enough alone, because it's got that glue. Alright, basically what I wanted to do on these was just kind of show you, well, I mean, look at how good shape this stuff is in. But if you take your light behind your gauge cluster, it'll show you, because I know sometimes when you put the LEDs in here, the black, it'll show you how much of the black is faded out. See how you can see the green in there? So this tells me that my back and everything is fine. So, because I'll be honest, I don't remember. I just wanted to be sure. So with that being said, I'll just put this back in. We'll pretend like we didn't take it apart so it doesn't get messed up. And we'll just put that back where it wants to go. And hope that we didn't screw anything else up. Okay? Does that sound good to you guys? Okay. So all that is on there. Unfortunately, brittle plastic, man. We lost another peg. So we're going to do the best that we can. Alright. So when it comes to cleanup, and making this stuff look pretty new. I mean, it looks pretty good right now, but we can make it look a little bit better. We sure can. All it takes, I'm gonna put some gloves on just because stuff. All right, drag, here it is, our secret weapon yet again, Meguiar's Natural Shine, which will last for months and months and months. I'm pretty sure I've done this at one point or another, I don't know how many years ago, but that's the thing of choice. And like I've told you guys in the past, it will not remove any of the lettering. And see, look at that already. I just love the way this stuff smells. It's just got such a wonderful aroma to it. And once it dries too, it's just the shine and the sheen is just awesome. So we can do that, we can do that. We make sure that we get our needles, you know, ship around there. Let it soak in. Better if you can kind of, you know, take your finger. Be nice just to spray the whole thing down, right? But I like to see, I mean, look at that. It's not even, it will not remove the whatchamacallits. You can even use it on your nuts and bolts too, make them look a little bit newer. I mean, if you really want to go crazy, you could repaint everything, but what we might do is, I might see if I got a Q-tip. So we've got all that. Okay. Oh, the center section here. Probably guys are looking at me like, dude, you're crazy. Why are you doing this to your gauge cluster? Because I want it to look better than it does. Yes, it's a little bit broken and beat up. Now what you do is take your dry side, wipe off the excess. I mean, look at that. Just wipe off your excess. You lightly buff it. See how nice and bright all the colors on here look now? Just soaks right in. Does its job, does its thing. Look at that. Look at how. Don't be bending no needles. All right. Okay. So we got that going. Where's the where's the wet spot? Because that's where it's got the product. All right. Because you could, if you look at it, you can see the difference on there. See how this is a little more, it's got more of a sheen to it than this side does. So good stuff, I say. And yes, when it comes to microfiber, it wants to grab everything. So if there's any dust or dirt on here, it'll take that too. Why are things flashing? Hopefully stuff that is not supposed to be in my video won't be in my video, like my tax bill that's kind of sitting back over there. So we got that going for us. Yay. I've done a couple of these where, you know, I've put the LEDs in them and I didn't know how bad the, you know, the covering was, and first time I fire them up, all you see is, you see all the green and everything that's supposed to be, you know, black. You know, it's all coming through. So it's like, oh, that kind of stinks. But the LEDs upgrade in here is definitely a awesome idea. It just makes things so much brighter, easier to see at night, because, you know, like most of us, we can't see nothing. At least I can't. Let me know how your guys' night vision is, you know? Especially those of you with an astigmatism. I mean, I got contacts to help me out with that, but man, I tell you, if I got somebody that's coming on towards me with these new style LED well, I wouldn't say halogens, but with the new LED style halides or whatever they are, the super bright things, I'm blind. Someone's coming right at me, I can't see a damn thing. All I see is brightness, and I'm just like, well, I'm just gonna stay in the lane I'm in, and hopefully that works. So, you know. All right, this is looking very good. Okay, that's all good. What we'll take next is our bezel cover, and we'll get that going. You know, just get the plastic all nice and soaked in, and everyone's like, "Well, I don't know, man." Basically, anything you can do is going to help, especially when it comes to this stuff too. You know, most noticeable spot is going to be right here. Hey guys, how you doing? Just cleaning it. Itch corners. Can't see. No, looks like I have a light up there. Look at that. That's nice and clean, practically looking brand spanking new. Just go over kind of some of the stuff here. Yeah, good stuff there. All right. We'll set that guy down. And I was thinking about painting this, but I think I'm just gonna hit it with a little bit of our natural shine here. And I mean, honestly, it's not bad at all. So we've got that all clean. We can go ahead and slip that back into place. Okay. Put this guy back on. Now, oh, almost forgot our little beelie right here on the bottom. Before we get this rag super dirty, let's take this guy. Just give it a nice once over clean. Oh, you can just hear the friction. Hear the friction, see the friction. Well, I got some polishes and stuff I'm gonna use, so give me a second. I'm gonna see what, you know, what might work. Maybe we can polish a little bit of this out of here and get her looking better. Well, we're gonna see how bad we could screw this up, and if I really destroy it, I'll just call my buddy Evan and we'll get another one. So we're gonna take some, yeah, we're just gonna try it out. We're gonna take some Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. Yes, they do have the plastic stuff like the headlight restorer stuff, but we're gonna give this a little. All right, we're just gonna go for it. Is this smart? Probably not. So let's just try half of it and kind of see where we're gonna go, see what it wants to do, and see where we're gonna live. That got a really nice aroma to it also. Not the easiest to do here. Okay, everything is. Let me just do it by hand. Pretty sure a lot of you guys would probably have a better way of doing this. So let me know in the comments what your preferred method of polishing your plastic is. I mean, if this works, is it really a dumb idea? Okay, well, let's try it out here. Very lightly on our plastic because we don't want to scratch it. Wow. Okay. I would say that works. Let's see if we can kind of get a comparison thing going here. It's actually pretty impressive. So, all right, you got this end. There's your bottom end, unpolished. I know it's not the best. It looks better through near naked eye, but you can clearly see a difference there. Yes, that camera picks up all the defects. Unpolished, polished. We'll do the inside too. So, oh my goodness. Let's just keep humming along on this thing and see how much more we can break it. And yeah, we'll just, you know, like I said, we'll call our buddy Evan when we really messed it up and gotta get a new one. Okay, so we got that going on. and lightly, it's a very light touch, clean it. Wow, that does look really good. And okay, I am more impressed than what I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the inside. Okay, got a couple areas here. Maybe we can get that out of, polish that out of there. This should be interesting. Let's see how scary we can get on this one, huh? I mean, do you really got to go through and do all this stuff? No. I'm just doing it because why not? I mean, it's real easy to do. I'm gonna end up breaking more stuff, so. Oh, there goes the orange. All right, settle down. All right, let's just see how. Wow. Okay. This looks a million times better than it ever did before. Is it perfect? By no means, no. Oh God, no. It's not perfect. But I'm really impressed that it looks as good as it does now. So we got that. Let's, I guess, put our cover back on our cluster and call this one done. Don't worry about that little guy hanging there. He'll be just fine. Okay, you go over here. Go play with the batteries. Hopefully we're still in frame. Slide that through. All right. What did we not put back together? Okay. Okay, so we got that, we got that. We got 3 screws. I'm pretty sure one's going there. Smaller screws. Oh, that's for that little guy. I don't remember. I probably should have watched the video and where I took all these out from. Oh, I know. Well, I know there was one down here because that was holding on the piece. There's one there. There's one there. Okay. I remember that. Cluster, don't want to go too tight, just snug, okay? Because if you go too tight, you're gonna break it. Got all of that, got all of that. Let's get this little little piece here kind of cleaned up with some stuff. It's got some, probably should have hit it with some wax and grease remover, to be honest with you. Just because, you know, things. Well, tell you what, this still has regular bulbs, and I don't have LED bulbs for this one, so we'll just take these out of here. Don't break, please. Please don't break. You could actually just peel off the thing right there. And we can kind of go through this and we can clean her up. So a little spray down, and yeah, that looks better-ish. Like I said, you're not going to see it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, we got to put the screws in for the back half. So you can feed that in there. We can put our trace back on. Put on our lights. These are your warning lights, you know, coolant, stuff, things. You made a boo-boo. I don't know. Let's put those in there. Oh, I'll never see that again. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so that's in there. Put this up here. Perfect. Take these two little guys. Hopefully they were the same size as the other one. Very cool. Okay. Magnetic sockets? No. I don't think so. All right. So there we go. It's got the nice smell of our, oh, you know, we got the shine juice on there. Our whatchamacallit on there. Let's just give it a nice coating on the front. Because why not? All right, look at that. Okay, that's pretty much gonna call this one done. So there we go. One, I wouldn't say restored, but one cleaned up dash bezel. All right, that's gonna wrap it up. That's a quick dash bezel. I really wouldn't say restoration, but we cleaned things up a bit. We got things looking much better. I've got stuff in my beard that I don't. Oh no, that's just my gray hair. And we got snow and a whole crap load of it. It's still going. Either way, as I've been saying since day one, please like, comment, share, subscribe. That is huge. You know, please give me a follow. All that good stuff there, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Enjoy your snow, Chicagoland. You wanted it, you got it. Enjoy it.